Okay, so let's switch it on for the first time and, well, see if it works, I suppose. Just make sure your laser's off. What do you know? Just checking to see if water's going through the tube. In fact, I'll bring you around this side. Just be very careful that you have got the laser turned off when you have this open and it's switched on. That's a very much improved fan, actually. That's not doing a too bad a job, but it's still really not enough. Okay, and if you have any air bubbles in the glass tube itself, it's okay at this stage with the laser turned off and for the initial startup to lift up and expel any air bubbles in the water system in the center of the laser tube, and you'll see them come out here, and there is no, I just want to check see if it is running. Yeah, there's water flowing pretty well actually, so it's expelled all the air itself. So once you're sure everything appears to be fine and we have things running, the board is working, it homed itself, so we know it's working. Now I have started the upload for the K40 Whisperer, and what you need to do to go any further before you put the driver in, and bear in mind once you start this program and this program flashes the driver to that circuit board, you will not be able to revert back to the program that was supplied with the machine. I'll just warn you about that. So I'm going to connect up now the computer to the laser. So you have to do this before you... Let's have a look. Okay. It's connected and the computer sees it. You hear Windows do its normal, I found a new piece of hardware thing. So just give it a minute just to the computer to settle itself down. And it says here, warning, installation of this driver, blah de blah de blah de blah. Will stop the original programs from working, and we're to have this connected before we start installing the driver. So here we go, we're going to install the driver. There it goes. Install driver. Yes. Installing the driver. Okay, so that's saying that the driver was installed successfully, and we're going to close that, and we're going to finish the installation. Wait for this to stop turning around and around, and it comes up. So let's see now if that board recognizes K40 Whisperer. Okay, so the first action you must do is initialize the laser, like so, and then you can, I'm just jogging 10 millimeters at a time, You can alter this number to jog it as much as you a measurement, a measured amount that you want. So I'm going to jog 10 millimeters at a time. I'm just touching those arrows. 10 millimeters at a time. And back. It's back to its home position now. So we know that K40 Whisperer is actually speaking to the laser and controlling it. Now I do not condone or suggest that you run the laser with this door open. I am specifically running with the door open because I've been working with lasers for over 25 years and I know exactly what I'm doing and what the dangers are and how to avoid them. So do not do what you see me doing. Okay. Now I'm going to turn the laser on. There is no indication of how many milliwatts, because this is a milliwatt meter. The maximum this tube will go to is 18, but I would say the safe maximum to run it at is 15. So, and I don't know where 15 is on this controller. So I'm just going to take it off the stop, and I'm just going to push the test. And it works. Laser doesn't work. Okay, here we go. Okay, laser is working, but it's way off. So what I'm going to carry out now is a full mirror and lens alignment. I'm going to leave that for another video. I'm just going to quickly do it myself and get this thing up and running quickly. Okay, I will show you quickly what I'm doing, because now this is very rough. So what I've got is I've got a bit of painter's tape stuck over the mirror. Right, now I'm just going to give it a flash. And you can see that I've got that pretty well lined up with the center of the mirror. Okay, now how I achieved that was on mirror number 1, and I'll take you around there now and show you. Okay, so here's mirror number 1. Now there's locking nuts on here, which I now have to actually do up, because I've altered it. But by screwing in combination one of the 3, you can move that mirror in any direction that you need that beam to steer the beam. It's a bit fiddly, but little tiny movements. Okay, so now we'll go around and I'll show you how to adjust mirror number 2 to line up with the mirror on the nozzle itself. So we're going to find out where this beam now is pointing. I'm just putting that over there and I'm leaving it long ways like that, so you can see where it should be going. And give it a... Oh, that was way off, way over here. So it needs to go across and down slightly, and I'll show you how to do that. So I've just slackened off these 2 nuts here. Now I know it wants to go that direction, and down very slightly. So quarter of a turn, quarter of a turn. We'll see where that takes us first. Just going to test it. It's taking us a little bit over. So another quarter of a turn. Don't be in a hurry to do this. Okay, try again. So we're walking it over slowly. And again. Well, we're getting close now. Got a new bit of tape on. It wants to go up and over. Like that. Over a little bit, tiny bit more. Now we're getting somewhere. Pretty well there, actually, I think. You can see it. I don't know whether you can see that, actually. Yeah, you can. Let's get another piece and try it again. That's pretty well in the center. I'm really happy with that. But that's in this point, so we're going to move the gantry to a different point and check it there. I just want to lock these up first. Now, to move the gantry around, you can do it manually, but you will need to rehome the laser before you start doing anything else. You just simply take the cursor over to unlock rail, press that, and you can freely move the rail now. In other words, you've turned the stepper motors off. So, K40 CO2 laser. The K part of it is just a nickname over the years that it's got. But, you know, for $450, it's not a bad bit of kit, really, for a start off. If you want to learn how to use a CO2 laser. I mean, this is a big step up from any of the diode lasers, you know. And this is what I would recommend to go to, but as you can see, you've got to be prepared to finish the job off. I am pleased to see that they have been paying some attention to what people are saying. They've cut the air evacuation system trunking, or whatever you want to call it, back, but I believe that we can improve on that even further. The fan in it is a big improvement. It's moving some air. You can, you know, it was quite noisy too, but you could really feel it was moving some air. That's an improvement. Build quality is not bad. However, there was a couple of nuts lying around in the bottom that I still haven't found where they came from. So I don't know. The mirrors are not aligned at all. In fact, they're so far out I actually can't use it to do you know, a project of any sort, any cutting or anything. So I'm going to have to spend some time with that. Earth lead, bad. Other than that, my pet hates as well, actually, aluminium bed, hate them. And one day I'll show you, I'll set up an experiment and I'll show you what can happen if you're not careful. So, you know, I will be making a lot of improvements to this machine to get it to a standard where I consider it to be a very useful tool to have in your workshop. Things like air assist, okay, at the nozzle, it really needs it. You know, any CO2 laser really needs it, and I don't know why it doesn't come standard. So I've got an air pump, and I've got a whole new nozzle and mirror, and also lens coming. Not here yet. I have an improved extraction system, which I'm going to upgrade to as well. In fact, I'm going to probably use it in parallel with the fan that's in here already, because the fan is quite surprising, actually. It does move some air. And then we'll look at maybe putting a small lift bed in it, because at the moment there's no variation in height. Although this is a 2-inch lens, and the usable part of the beam is about 10mm. So anywhere in that sort of range, you're okay to do etching or cutting. And of course, things like can't plug the USB in. There is an adjustment up here. There's a nut and a bolt to undo, and you can slide the panel out slightly. So that was okay in the end. But other than that, it's unbelievable quality for, you know, $400, $450. And I do recommend too, don't get the more recent ones that's got the push button selection for percentage. You need a milliamp meter, and this one's already got it in. This is an earlier model, although I believe it's been updated, and they did know that it was coming to me. So whether that says anything or not, I don't know. So I suppose we're going to bring this video now to a close, and say, if you've liked the video, please press like and subscribe. And if you like what I'm doing in all my videos, please consider becoming a patron to the channel, because, you know, there's no ad revenue these days. It's all pretty well gone away, and it does help me to keep going and keep doing projects, you know, because I don't rely on any manufacturer. I don't get free tools. I pay for them. So really I can say whatever I want about them, providing it's true. So yeah, next video I shall have all the mirrors lined up, and you know, we'll get our first cut, our etching, and we'll be using Inkscape and also K40 Whisperer. So really, until the next video, which will be in a couple of days, probably Monday or Wednesday, I think. it's bye for now. Thanks for watching. Bye now.